Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So what I'm gonna do for you today is just give you a quick review of Apple's event that took place whether it's today or whenever you watch it, September 9th. They introduced a few new stuff. It was well produced. You know how Apple do it. They're not doing like Google where they're doing live demos and stuff and things going wrong. It is all properly well produced and everything. You know, they can cut when they want, they can start back when they want. So first up, what we're gonna have is the Apple AirPods Pro 3. The Apple AirPods Pro 3. So these now come with a foam infused air tips. So they're supposed to fit much better in the air and be soft and gentle on the air as well. Of course, you know, there'll be improved sound and battery life definitely has been improved, but also the ANC is now how much they said. The ANC is now 2 times better than the previous AirPods Pro generation. So that's a huge leap there. That is really good. And finally, for you Apple fans, according to Flossie, the Apple Mafia, there's now live translation. Yeah, finally, Apple has done it. Live translation. You can see Apple Intelligence. So yeah, the new earbuds, it does look good. Do they really stand out? Maybe not as much, but it does look good. The Apple AirPods 3. Yeah, looking forward. I haven't tried an AirPod, but I might be looking forward to trying these. So next up, we have the Apple Series 11 watch. It's more of a iterative upgrade, slightly thinner, slightly bigger screen, just making the bezel smaller. Of course, better battery, and the screen is also a little brighter. And there's now possible hypertension detection, that is a high blood pressure, possible, because of course this is not a doctor. You can just be momentarily hypertensive, but doesn't mean that you are hypertensive, if you understand what I mean. And finally, on Apple Watches, now sleep scores, something that then the Android world has enjoyed for a few years now. So yes, you can now check your sleep scores here while you slept. I really can't sleep with watches. I have my Samsung Galaxy Watch 8 Classic coming in soon. I sold my Watch Ultra, and I'm getting the Watch 8 Classic. So I can't see myself sleeping with a watch. But if you do have an Apple Watch and you sleep with it, you can now get your sleep score. So that is something to look forward to, right? And now we're on to the Apple Watch Ultra 3. Now the Apple Watch Ultra 2 was a really slight iterative update. This one gets a larger screen. It's in the same body size. It's just they've just made the bezel smaller, so bigger screen, brighter screen as well, and also faster refreshing screen, an LTPO panel on a watch, on a smartwatch. That is great. We'll see how that affects battery life. It's supposed to give you more battery life, and speaking of battery life, there's a bigger battery in there, and they're saying you can get up to 42 hours of battery life with the new Apple Watch Ultra 3. So it is basically in the same mold. Most of the upgrades are more on the inside, and of course you have your new watch OS 26 as well. That's gonna make things more efficient. So yes, the Apple Watch Ultra 3, it definitely looks good. It's a neat little upgrade, not too much, but there's now satellite connectivity as well, and that LTPO screen, looking out for that to see how that goes. So yeah, the Apple Watch Ultra 3. Now that we've cleared the accessories, so to speak, the watch, the earbuds, let's move on to the iPhone 17. Now it basically looks like an iPhone 16, but there are some improvements, some upgrades that, one, have been long overdue, and 2, very necessary. You now have Pro Motion. Okay, so what Pro Motion is you now get up to 120 hertz refresh rate on your iPhone 17. For years it's been what, 60 or 90 hertz on the regular iPhone. So now on your regular iPhone 17 and 17 Plus, you now have ProMotion, which smoothens out all your animations, your scrolling and everything. That is really great. What is also noticeable, I know they said that the charging speed is faster. They don't really give in terms of how fast it is, whether it's 45 or whatever, but they do say that your phone can now charge from 0 to 50% in 20 minutes. So I'll closely say 45 to 60 watts is probably the new charging speed. And the brand new selfie camera, it's 18 megapixels, has center stage like abilities that keep you in this and always in frame. And also now it's a squared off sensor, so no need to turn your phone to the side to get that group selfie. Your phone can do it right there in its normal orientation, whether you want portrait or landscape. You can do it all. So yeah, the iPhone 17 and 17 Plus, some pretty decent upgrades, I must say, especially with that ProMotion and that new selfie camera. It is looking good. It's now on to the new kid on the block, the iPhone 17A, the thinnest iPhone ever that we've made. Oh, that they've made. You know how they do it. But yeah, it's a 6.5 inch, 5.66 millimeter phone. And it does look good. They're calling this new camera island the camera plateau. You know, they have to rename everything. So it's now the camera plateau. It houses one camera, 48 megapixel camera, but just like what they said on the iPhone 17, it's a kind of infused camera lens where it's 48 megapixels, but it can do up to 2x optical zoom, 2x telephoto optical zoom. So there is that one camera. I mean, they could have squeezed in another, but you know, see what. But it does look good. This is the most durable iPhone ever. And of course, it comes with a Pro chip, the A19 Pro chip. That is the same chip that you will find on the iPhone Pro series. Also, finally, something brand new, a new modem. It's the N1 modem, which gives you Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6 connectivity. So it's a pretty advanced phone. Minute, of course, that one camera. It also has the brand new 18 megapixel selfie camera as well. I'm not a huge fan of really slim phones. I probably will try one, probably the Edge, or just to see how it is. And probably try this one as well. Those two will be a really nice comparison. Of course, the Edge does have two cameras, so it does give it a slight edge there, pardon the pun. But yeah, the iPhone 17A, new kid on the block. And finally, we're on to the iPhone 17 Pro and of course the Pro Max, which is just a larger version. These have gotten slightly upgraded screens, slightly brighter screens. Not much, of course, they all have their brand new selfie camera. But what is the big thing is that now on the camera plateau on the back, all the cameras are now 48 megapixels. So the main, the ultra wide, and the telephoto lens, which now gives you 4x and up to 8x optical zoom. So that is a big upgrade. Samsung has 3x and 5x, and Google has 5x, and of course they say you can get up to 30x we call it ProRes zoom and all of that. So yeah, that 4x and 8x that's a pretty interesting number there. Haven't really seen that. That's kind of a in between. Those are in between numbers. But yeah, the biggest thing with the Pro phones are of course the design with that, as they call it, camera plateau. And they went really hard on talking about a vapor chamber, as if it's the first phone in the world to have a vapor chamber. I do think that the S25 Ultra has done really well with that. Not sure about the Pixels, they just came out. But yeah, so the new iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, it's an interesting look. I should be traveling soon, and I want to check out the Apple Store and the Pixel Store to see what they look like and feel them in hand. It is a very interesting looking phone. Not sure if it's my cup of tea, but I do want to try it. I've never tried an iPhone like full time, so I definitely want to try one full time and see how it works out. So yeah, there you have it, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. So, in conclusion, there's a couple of things I really want to mention. Kudos to Apple. I didn't mention this in the regular iPhone 17. I think all phones now, because the regular iPhone is starting with 256 gigabytes of storage. That is great. Samsung, Google, you all need to step it up. 256 gigs of storage for the base iPhones. There's now a 2 terabyte option with a Pro Max, which, I mean, who needs 2 terabytes any phone? Probably if you're doing 8K, which is also something I forgot to mention. They now can do 8K on the Pro phones. I mean, something that some Android phones have been able to do for a little while. The prices also stay the same, which is pretty good. $799 for the regular iPhone. The iPhone 17a starts at $999, $1099 for the Pro, and $1199 for the Pro Max, which is pretty good, especially if all are coming at 256 gigs. I must say, yeah, Apple, they came good this year. I'm not a Apple fanboy. I'm not a Samsung fanboy. You know, I use my Samsung phone a lot. I'm sticking with Samsung as my main phone. I'm gonna try with the Pixel and the Apple, but you know, I am recording this on a MacBook Pro. I am using my iPad as a secondary screen. So I do flip in between. I love the Pixel experience as well, but I must say Apple really came with it this time around. While Samsung was very iterative with their S25 series, yeah, Apple and Google as well did come good this time. So yeah, there you have it. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you're getting one of these new iPhones, which one you're getting or which one you're not gonna get. Maybe it's the air, maybe it's that battery life thing you're worried about, even though for everything they keep saying all the battery. I'm not so sure about that, especially with some of the accessories that they're saying you could use with your 17A, kind of stating that maybe this may not be able to get you through all these. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, to your friends. And I try to be doing more of this. And if you want to see me doing more of this and get more stuff to review, please donate. My PayPal link is there. It's down below, and it's also in the bio. $10 or $20 would go a long way to me getting more stuff to review and try to do more videos and more content like this as I go forward. Okay, so thanks for watching, and until the next one, see ya.